YouTube, friends, family, and viewers. Welcome to my channel and my kitchen again. It's a really nice day today. I'm doing a lot of cooking. Like, it's really sunny out, and you can tell spring is here. But right now is basically just a leftover cook. This is really not anything specific or sophisticated. If you find in your refrigerator you have stuff that's going to be going bad, or you're going to need to toss it in a day or two, you know, cut it all up, dice it, mince it, whatever floats your boat, and just put a meal together. Like, I had a couple things in my refrigerator that I was going to have to toss out in maybe like 1 or 2 days, so I just took time getting leftovers from my refrigerator, and I'm going to put them together, and then I'm going to fry them in a pan. Like here, I just boiled Brussels sprouts and carrots. They were getting ready to go bad, so I boiled them so they're soft. I'm going to save some of the water for like the pan when we do it. And then I had leftover scallions, the white part, the green part. I had leftover onion. I also had leftover garlic, and I have leftover chicken. So I diced that all up, and that'll go in this pan. And we could either like touch it with a little bit of Marcella, I have that left over, or olive oil. And I have tomatoes that are left over. So basically this is a leftover meal idea. You know, it's better to just cook it up, and then you can eat it. And then once it's cooked, it'll still last another couple days, or put it in a freezer bag. So basically this is just, like I said, just a leftover meal. That's the Brussels sprouts and carrots. So I'm just going to put this all in the pan. I'm going to use olive oil to for the base of it, and then I might just kick a bit of Marcella in there and then add the other ingredients. See you in a bit. So welcome back. We took the Brussels sprouts and carrots and put them aside. We got olive oil in there. Now we're going to take this mixture, which is chicken, green and white scallion, garlic, and onion. This is all left over from another meal. So we're in it together. So I'm just gonna cook that. You can actually cover it if you want. It'll speed up the process. So I'm gonna cook that for a while. Then after it gets going, I'll add some of the tomatoes, and then I'll add the Brussels sprouts and the carrots. Alright, so that's cooking pretty good. And even though we have that mixture of onion in there, I'm going to put some spices in there. Some minced onion and some garlic powder. Garlic is so good for you. But there's a lot of olive oil in there, and it's cooking. So I'm just going to cover it and let it cook some more. So we have this on medium heat, and we're going to just let it cook for like 30 seconds to a minute. You can just judge it. Then after that, we'll put in a couple tablespoons of this liquid, and then we'll drain it and throw that in there. I'm going to touch it up with a little bit of Marcella and some diced tomatoes. And then after this is done, you can either put it over top of rice, noodles, pasta, or just eat it on a plate. Like later on, I'll eat it on a plate. But you can really smell the everything, and you can hear it sizzle and all the juices. So we're back. We're going to take some of that liquid and pour it in there just to give it some flavor. Now you're going to drain that off, and then once it's drained, you're going to add that to this pot. I have it on low right now. Actually, it was missing something, so I added Old Bay, and we're just going to splash it with a little bit of Marcella wine. Not much. Just to add a little bit more to it. You can really smell that. So now you're just going to want to cover it again and let it go for like a minute. If your stove is really hot, you could always go 30 seconds, 40 seconds, but try like a minute with the cover on. Yeah, so I have it covered. It's been about a minute. Like, you didn't have to add the Old Bay, but the Old Bay really does give it a nice flavor. I added some more while we were gone, but now I'm going to uncover it and add some tomatoes, and then it's almost basically. So here goes the tomatoes. You don't want to overkill it with like tomatoes. So basically, you can use whatever you want when you have leftovers. Create your own meals, because it's better to create your own meal and eat it like 1 or 2 days again than to throw things out. And if worse comes to worse, you could always freeze it in freezer bags, because I always have freezer bags there. I keep them in case I need to freeze stuff. But that's basically it. That's your homemade leftover meal. I'll bring more suggestions in the future. And like I said, you can put this over rice, pasta, noodles, or just eat it on your plate. That's what I plan on doing. So thanks for visiting my channel. Can you please subscribe, hit the bell? I bring you 2 or 3 recipes a week or food reviews. God bless. Peace out.